Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's doing this work in sincerity and in truth. This video is basically seeing the movie Training Day recently, and there was a particular scene that stirred up the spirit in me to do this lesson that I'm doing now. So this lesson is basically going to be about brothers that have, maybe doubting spirits or always feeling like they're not good enough, man. When you're in this truth and when you're in this knowledge, and while Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, you got to really take confidence and stand on a foundation because of that. That's a miraculous thing that he's even dealing with us, okay? So you cannot take that for granted. Now, the guy Alonzo from Training Day was a wicked dude in the movie, but it's a particular scene towards the end when he basically says, I'm winning anyway. I can't lose. You can shoot me, but you can't kill me, right? So even this is after the other main character, Jake, took the money or whatever, and he's about to meet his demise with the Russians. He still, is in full confidence, still spouting that bravado. He's still speaking, with energy, man. Even when he's basically down and out in a bad situation. His hood that was around him turned against him. So even at that moment, he still had that, that belief, so to speak, that I'm a succeed anyway. And that's the kind of belief you have to have and foundation you have to have in this truth, man. Because we getting ready to enter some dark times where you might not be next to a brother. You might be alone. Your family might not be with you. You might end up in a internment camp or grabbed up by soldiers or the police or whatever. But even in that darkest hour, even in that darkest time, you got to understand that Yahweh Shai is with you. All right. If you believe and you have that faith sincerely. All right. This is not an act. It's not, this is not something that we're doing for no reason. We're doing this because we believe. OK, so let me get right into the scriptures. The first scripture I'm going to get is in the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and 27. Salakia. It says, and Yahweh Shai looking up on them saith, with man it is impossible, but not with the Most High. For with the Most High all things are possible. And you got to truly believe that. Okay? Just look at how the Most High took you. Imagine yourself in the world. You don't know who you are. You're not an Israelite. You're thinking just like everybody else on this planet. But through the Spirit, he grabbed you out of that and brought you into the the ministry, all right, of the work of the Lord. That's something that seems impossible, but it was made possible through Yahweh Shai. So you have to have that, like I said, that resolve that, hey, man, if I stick with this, if I humbly, endure or stay the course, that Yahweh Shai will deliver me. Okay, you got to really believe that. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's get this one right here. Let's get Matthew 17 and 10. It says, and Yahweh Shai said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have the faith of a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So when you hear these scriptures, when you hear these promises, when you hear about the great deliverance in the chariots of the Most High, which so-called white man, who was Esau, Edom in the Bible, calls the UFOs, when you hear and read about spiritual power, all these things are real, man. All these things are going to take place on the earth. And you got to truly trust and believe that the Most High is going to let you partake in these things. All right. that we're doing this work, this great work, for a reward, as the scriptures say, as the disciples asked. Okay, so regardless of whether we die in doing this work, best believe if we are truly those elect, man, guess what? We coming back with Yahweh Shai. All right, and we're gonna get our part, man. That's a guarantee, man. And you gotta have faith, and you gotta believe in that. All right, no matter what what obstacles are in your way now, or currently, or in the future, may be in your way. So you just gotta, like I say, stay steadfast, man, and get rid of that doubt. Now, this is gonna be in the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." Because you got to understand, Yahweh Shai want to see if you truly trust in him, you truly believe in him. So he's going to put you in difficult and hard situations where your back is literally going to be against that wall. But you cannot lose your faith, man. You cannot lose your resolve, and understand at the end of the day that this is the truth. All right? The devil's main point of this is to take this out of your mind and basically push this away and turn back into the world. That's the devil's biggest mission. All right, these demons' biggest mission. But you have to stay, like I said, stay focused and know that this is where you need to be at. All right, it says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right, meaning you got to hold this thing to the end, man. You have to hold this to the very, very end. As the scriptures say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So you're going to get challenged all the way to the very end, man. That goes for all of us who are part of wanting to be part of this hopeful elect. So as I gave the the comparison to that guy Alonzo in training day, that statement he made about I'm winning anyway. I can't lose. Because if Yahweh Shai is with us, you got to realize, man, we already got the victory. Period. So let's keep going. Let's get this in Hebrews 3. I got a couple scriptures, so I'm trying to get through them pretty quickly. Hebrews 3:14, it says, "For we are made partakers of Yahweh Shai if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end." Right? While it is said today, if ye hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. For some, when they had heard, did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. Right? But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And this is a very important lesson. Even if you're called today in this ministry, called today in this truth, it doesn't mean that you're going to make it out of here. Because there's another scripture that tells you many are called, few are chosen. So this thing is about carrying this thing all the way to the end, man. It's a thing it's a saying when I was in sales for a brief period. And they used to always say, you're only as good as your last sale. Because that's how everybody view you at. And in this truth, man, if you drop this plow, if you stop doing this work, if you turn back into the world, man, that's it, man. It ain't no coming back for you. All right. It's very few, man, that get that honor of being that prodigal son, and consider yourself blessed if you are. But the majority of the men I've seen over the years in this walk, if they turn out of the way of this truth, man, they stay in the congregation of the dead. So you can understand. Verse 17. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not? So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief. So you got to get rid of that doubt. That doubt is going to be a lot of brothers' Achilles heel. All right? Not thinking that they're, we all ain't shit, man. Our glory is the glory of Yahweh Shai. And if he deems us okay to enter in, or deems us okay to be saved, accept that, glory in that, and move on. All right? It's just what it is, man. When he blesses us with salvation, Yahweh Ratazah, then our hearts will be changed. Our spirits will be changed. Our bodies will be changed. And we're going to get this thing perfect then. Let's keep moving. Let's go to... Let's get this right here. Sirach 2:10. It says, look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So that's your power source that you got to acknowledge every single day, man. That's got to give you a winning attitude, a can't lose attitude. Because the game is already sold up, man. Everything is written. It just has to play out. And you got to really understand that and know that. It's not any ifs, ands, or buts, or maybes, or gray areas. No, Yahweh Shai is coming back, right? To bring judgment on this planet, to save his hopeful elect, to reset up the kingdom, right, of the nation of Israel again, and put this earth back in order, period. That's what's going to happen, regardless of who likes it, right? One more scripture. And this is Romans 8:31. It says, what shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? and that's no breakdown needed for that. If you don't understand that and you don't have faith in those words, there's nothing more that I can tell you. But I hope this was edifying to some brothers. I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And shalom the next time.